Hello and welcome to another episode of PC Building Simulator. In the last episode, we built a tribute PC to EVGA since they're no longer going to be making graphics cards anymore, starting with the 40 series of GPUs. If you missed that episode and you want to go check it out, I'll put a link up in the upper right-hand corner. You can go do so. This episode is going to be a little bit different. This is more of a special episode. If you haven't seen one of these in the past, when I get a bunch of used inventory, I like to build some PCs to sell on PCBay and make some money back. That's what we're going to do this episode. We're going to build some PCs with inventory that I've already got, and then we're going to list them on PCBay, and then we will track them over the next few episodes and see what they end up selling for. So I've already gotten out 3 cases that I'd like to use. All 3 cases were used cases I bought off of PCBay. Some of them had PCs already built in them, and I've taken all the parts out. Some of them were just plain old cases that I got really cheap. So anyway, I've picked out 3 of them that I would like to use. I've already got them out here on the workbenches. So we're going to start with this tiny little mini ITX PC case. I can't stand these little cases, so I figured we'd build in this one first. I do like to make sure I have inventory to be able to build in some of these things. I like to have at least a couple of motherboards. So I like to check through all of that and make sure I've got things that will fit. And I do. I've got stuff that'll fit in this one for sure. Let's do fits this PC though, because that's going to save us a whole lot of headache of trying to scroll through stuff that doesn't fit. So I do have 4 different motherboards here. We've got some Z370, a Z490, an X570 if we want to do something with AMD. And then down here we've got another Z370 board. Those are both the same board. We've got 2 of those. We've got 2 of those Z370 boards there. Also, before we get really into it here, this is going to be a longer episode, so I'll try to remember to put timestamps for each PC so you can kind of skip around if you don't want to watch the whole thing at once. You can come back and you can hit a timestamp or whatever you want to do. I will try to remember to timestamp each PC build because I usually don't cut away too much with these particular episodes. So let's see what we want to use here. We do have an LGA 1200 board, or we've got, I don't know if I want to use the Z370. It's a little bit older. We've probably got stuff to fit it. What do we have? What do we have that would fit? Oh, lots of stuff. We got lots of stuff. We've even got some things that would fit for the LGA 1200 board. So we've got this i3-10100 we could put in there. Obviously for the Z370, we could do an 8700K. Let's see. Got some i3. We've got some old stuff too. Some real old stuff. I guess we could do the Z370. So let's go grab one of these. Since I've got 2 of them, we may as well get these out of the inventory. That's the whole purpose in building these PCs from used parts, is to clear out my inventory. So let's grab this Asus ROG Strix motherboard. I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. I don't know what kind of great graphics card is going to fit this. It pretty much has to be a 1. Well, I guess it could be a 2-slot. It could be a 2-slot graphics card. I mean, that's going to be a tight fit, especially with how short this is once we get a power supply in here. Let's go ahead and get this ready for CPU. We're probably only going to do 1 stick of RAM in this as well, just because usually in my inventory, I rarely have 2 matching sticks. Just to be quite honest, you know, if I have to buy something, I will, but I prefer not to buy anything new to put in here. I prefer just to use what is already in the inventory. So let's grab this 8700K. We're going to go ahead and put that in here. This might be a little bit of a pain in the butt to cool just because of how small this case is. But maybe it won't be too bad. We can hope. We can hope, right? Also, if you hear lawnmowers, I live in a condo and they're mowing outside my condo right now. So yeah, sorry. There's not much I can do about it. When they're here for hours. So I apologize if you hear lawnmowers going in the background. Let's see what we've got for RAM. Let's see for Intel. Let's see what we've got in the 3200 megahertz space. I don't want to use anything super nice just because this isn't meant to be like a super nice build. And we've got all this. Jeez, I've got a lot of Trident Z Royal. Man, Oh, we've got one stick of HyperX Fury, 16 gig, 3200 megahertz. That wouldn't be too bad. I don't have a matching stick, which is okay. Man, I've got two of these 32 gig, 3200 megahertz. This little thing with 64 gigs of RAM, that'd be quite impressive. Let's do this, though. Let's just use this stick of HyperX Fury, 16 gig, 3200 megahertz. We'll go ahead and get that installed. For a cooler, do I have any little crappy ones? Like AIOs? Maybe like a 120 that we could put back here? I mean, there's really no space to put any other fan in this thing. Yeah, that's just, there's no space behind the motherboard. You couldn't even run cables back there. Yeah, and then that's pretty short. Man. Maybe next, let's get a power supply in there. I don't think I'm going to be putting any... Oh, these are the only two graphics cards that fit. So we're either doing a 970 or an R9 280. We may just be doing a 970. The R9 280. It's a 200 watt. Well, let's see what we have for power supplies that fit. I mean, like a 650 would be pretty decent for this. There's one there, the A data. It's modular. 850. Yeah, let's do 650. What other 650s do we have? We have two of these A data core reactors. We have three of these A data core reactors. I think that's a sign. We also have two of these Cooler Master V650 golds. But let's use up one of these A datas. Start getting some of this duplicate stuff out of my inventory. And then let's see what we have for cooling. Oh, there we go. It's saying this little Antec K120 would fit. Or we could do air. What's different? Antec K120 or an Antec Mercury 120. That one's 70 CFM. That one's also 70 CFM. Oh, this one's got a little bit different design on it. That's not really a big deal to me. Do have two of those. We could see if one of those fits. We should probably put the graphics card in first. So for the graphics card, let's just go with this Xi'an GTX 970 gamer. I mean, this just isn't going to be a powerhouse. Oh, I got to clear some stuff out of the way. This just isn't going to be a powerhouse of a gaming PC, but that's all right. Not everything has to be a beast. So we'll get that installed. Yeah, I think that'll be just fine. And then I'm going to get this fan out of the way, and let's see if we can put an AIO in here. Let's just see if we can make it happen. What were we looking for? AIOs. I've already forgotten. Do we want to try this one or this one? I mean, we do have a little window in the side of the case, so maybe this one would look better if it works. Oh, is it going to work? Hot dang. What's up with this fan blade? Oh, okay. It's just a weird kind of lighting glitch, it seems. Okay, then we do need some sort of storage. I don't know. I don't really want to do an NVMe, and I don't really want to do an old school hard drive, but I guess we could. But we could just put in one of these standard SSDs, because don't these mount at the bottom? Yeah. So let's put in just a standard SSD. And then I guess, because I do have hard drives, I mean, I've got like some 3 terabyte ones. We could put in, I've got multiple 3 terabytes. Let's put in one of these 3 terabyte bad boys up here in the top. So, you know, it'll boot quick because we've got an SSD, and then we've got plenty of storage, you know, with the big 3 terabyte hard drive. So let's grab this little PCI lock. We'll go ahead and put that on, because if I don't, I'm going to forget. And then for cables, let's just do some black cables, but let's do like these sleeved. so it doesn't look so cramped in there. Get everything cabled up. There we go. And other than that, I think we're doing all right. Oops, not that. I want a USB drive. Maybe? There we go. I had to click it about 4 times. So let's power this up. I'm going to hop into the BIOS real quick because I don't want it booting from the hard drive. I do want it booting from the SSD. I also want to make sure we've got XMP turned on. And it's already defaulting to that. So let's make sure that it boots from the SSD. Let's go ahead and apply changes and let it restart. So even with the standard SSD, it's still not the fastest thing in the world, but it's still faster than if we were just using that hard drive. So we got all kinds of crazy colors going on in here. So let's put the lighting app on. And I want to go ahead and put 3D Mark on here. Now, sometimes I'll overclock these. I'm not going to bother with this particular one. I really don't think we're going to get much more performance out. And this tiny little case is just going to be a little heat box. So no overclocking for this particular guy. But let's go into lighting. Let's see, what do we want to do? Do we want to make everything match? We just do like RGB spectrum. So we could just do the rainbow. And that's not too bad. I mean, whoever buys this could... What happened to that cable? You see that? It's like it broke. What in the world? Oh my gosh. Okay, so maybe we'll just leave it as RGB. And then right now it's saying resale value of $607, but usually when I run a 3D Mark, sometimes this resale value will come up. Even if I don't overclock or do anything, it will bring the price up. So I'm going to go ahead and put the side panels on this because I'm going to call this done. Oh, good. Cables sticking out through the metal there. That's always fun. That's always fun. Okay, I'm going to get 3D Mark running. And if this thing crashes, which it really shouldn't do, but if it does crash or blue screen or whatever, I will come back and show you guys. But like I said, we're hoping to go up from $607. So we'll take a look at what it is after 3D Mark runs. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see the score. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But remember the resale value? We're sitting at $607. Just by running 3D Mark, we're up to $885. Not bad. Not bad. That was one of the most painful 3D Marks I've ever run. It felt like it took for absolute ever. And, I mean, here you go. If you were really curious. So, CPU test got 23 FPS, which actually isn't bad for an 8700K. But the graphics card at 21 from graphics test 1 and 18 on 2. Yeah, this is not going to be a gaming powerhouse by any means. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if any game would run on this. So what we need to do now is come over here. We need to grab a PC-based sticker. And we're going to put it on the table, on the workbench. So that's saying that this is listed on PCBay. I'm going to leave this here, and we'll take a look at all 3 of them when I'm done building them. But now that's listed on PCBay, and we can go stick it in the closet there. But let's work on this next one. Let's work on this next one. Again, I have no idea what I'm putting in here. I don't know if this is going to be a gaming beast, or if it's going to be another sort of... office PC. I was going to say a turd, but that's not very nice. No, just an office PC. Just an office PC. So let's see what we have for motherboards. Obviously, we're going to have probably a much larger inventory of motherboards that are in the standard ATX size than in the mini ITX size. But, you know, it's all good. Do you have a micro? I don't know if there's any. I think there's a couple of cases in the game that fit the micros. Well, let's see. Maybe we'll do an AMD build. I've got a couple of X570 boards here. We could do an Intel Extreme build. I've got an X299 board. That stuff's getting a little old. We could pull that out of our inventory. I know I do have some Intel Extreme processors. That would be good to get out of the inventory just because it's getting old. This also is an X299. That's an original Threadripper. It's also getting a bit old. Any of that would be good. Pull out of here. Do I have a Threadripper? Let's see. Oh, I do. I've got a 3960. Well, that's an STRX. Never mind. I've got a 1950X. I've got a 2970WX. So yeah. Yeah, we could do either this one or the 1950X. That 1950X is getting quite old. Let's do that. Let's do a Threadripper build. We'll use this Gigabyte motherboard here, the X399 Designair EX. Probably going to need a decent power supply in here. I'm sure I've got one. Let's go ahead and get this ready for the CPU. Does this have, let's see. Maybe I have 2 matching sticks of RAM. We probably aren't going to get quad channel. I'm pretty sure I don't have 4 matching sticks of RAM. Let's go ahead and get a CPU in there. Let's just do the 1950X. That'd be good to get out of my inventory. It's old. I'm not going to use it for anything in particular. Do we have any 3600? No, we don't. Well, blast. Maybe we'll go slow. We've got some 2400 there. Let's see. 2660. See, that's the thing, is I just don't have much matching RAM. I've got some Trident Z Neo, which that's supposed to be for AMD. I've got 2 sticks, but I think they're the same speed, but that's an 8 gig and that's a 16 gig. So, do I have... Holy cow. I don't think I have anything that matches. I don't think I have anything that matches. What about 3000 megahertz? That's a 4 gig. That's an 8 gig. I mean, normally in real life you could put these together. The game generally doesn't allow it. So we may just be putting in a single stick of something. Yeah. Oof. What about 2400? Nope. Can I mix this team group and this stick of Corsair together in a build? That would be tacky. I don't think it'll allow it. I'm curious though. You know, I've never actually tried this. Yeah, no, it's not gonna do that. It's not gonna do that. This is a 16 gig stick of Dom Platinum though, so maybe we'll just stick with the 1 stick. I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. Somebody can always add more. You know, we're selling these on PC Bay just to get rid of some stuff. So it's all good. It's all good. What do we want to do for a graphics card in here? I mean, obviously we've got probably just about anything will fit in this case. Got some of everything. 10 series, 20 series. There's a Founders Edition 1060. Man, I haven't built with some of this stuff in a long time. 1080, 2080, 3070, 1080 Ti. So, whoa, an R9 280 gaming 3 gig. Now that's old. That's some old stuff. Again, I don't think it'd be nice to do something maybe SLI in here. I do have two 1080 Gaming Zs, it looks like. MSI there. Ooh, that could be fun. That could be fun. Oh, that could be fun. Let's see. So, there's one. I'm just going to go ahead and install these. Where does the next one go? Is it going to go there or is it going to go there? What's your guess? Oh. Way far down. Okay. Okay. Do we want to put an NVMe drive in here? Real quick? Just real fast? Got a gigabyte here. Whoa, that's fast. I got a Patriot Viper, got a Corsair. Might be good to get one of these that has some sort of a cooler on it. 1 terabyte Corsair. Let's do this 512 Corsair. There we go. With a nice little fin array. Is the graphics card going to fit over that? Is it? Is it? Is it? Oh, it is. Okay. I mean, I surely thought that was not going to work. I definitely thought that wasn't going to work. We may want to add some fans. Oh, I can't take that fan out with the graphics card in. That's lame. That is lame. We've got Fractal Design Dynamic X2 GP12s. Probably have some of those in my... Was the GP12? Yeah, here we go. Let's just put one more of those in up here. We're not going to get one in down here because of the hard drive cage, which is just fine. Let's go ahead, let's grab some thermal paste and get that on that big old Threadripper CPU. And then let's air cool this. Let's air cool this bad boy. What do we have? What do we have? We've got this Be Quiet. We've got this Arctic Freezer. Got a bunch of these Arctic Freezers. Maybe we will use one of those. That'll be just fine in this build. Just fine. And then let's grab a power supply. I want to do probably a... I mean, you know, an 850 may do it. Or I mean, a 750 may do it, but I was thinking maybe an 850. What do we got in the 850 realm here? We've got a couple of Silverstones, got a Corsair, got another Silverstone. So we've got 3 of these Silverstone ST85FPTs. Such a fancy name. Such a fancy name. Let's use one of those because we've got 3 of them. We've got 3 of them, and that will probably take care of powering all of that. Again, we're gonna run a 3D Mark test on it to make sure. So, you know, if it's pushing too hard and it crashes because this doesn't put out enough power, we'll swap it out before we list it on PCBay. Let's add some more storage to this, though. We've got more old school hard drives. Let's throw another 3 terabyte. Let's get rid of another one of those. Get that in there. Can I push that back in? Thank you. Thank you. Oh, not install. I want to cable this. I want to cable this up. Let's do something with red. I mean, we've got MSI in there, the old school MSI that's all red. It's an AMD build. Let's see what we got. Got some ribbon Got some ribbon braided plain red. Some plastic plain red. Got the black and red stripe. We've got whatever that is going on there. Probably got, oh yeah, we've got the ketchup mustard ones. Nobody likes. Let's do the striped, the black and red. I think that might look nice. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. That's not bad at all. Let's get this all cabled up. Hard drive down there and the front panel connector. And I think everything's all cabled. I'm not worried about the incomplete case. I do want to grab a USB drive. And we'll stick that in there. Let's power this on. Let's hop into the BIOS. See if we need to do anything with XMP. Again, I'm probably not going to overclock this. We're good. We're good there. We're good there. I do not want to boot from that. I want to boot from the Corsair MP600. So let's go ahead and see if this already has an OS on it or not. Sometimes they do. Oh, it does. It does. Somebody's getting one with some stuff I probably can't remove. Yeah, can't take any of this stuff off of here, so it is what it is. Let's go ahead and get 3D Mark. Let's get the lighting app. Don't know if there's much we can do with the lighting app, but we will see. Okay. I mean, that's blue, and this is white-ish. That's definitely white. That's red. You can't change that. I had a 1070 version of one of these MSI cards, and that's just plain red. Just red. There's nothing you can do about it. What if we went white? What? Right. Oh, is it because of these? Nope. Can we not change that either? Can we not change... What can we change? Not those. There. There. That is not so bad. And we'll take a look at it in a minute. Once we get all the parts put back on it, let's do that now. There shouldn't be too much. Oh, I'm going to have to turn it off to put this PSU mount on. So we'll do that. Get this dust filter. Let's get side panels on. And voila, it's done. Well, not really. We still need to run 3D Mark. So we've got a resale value right now sitting at $1,236. Let's run 3D Mark and see if it goes up any. Again, if this thing blue screens, crashes, does something stupid, and doesn't make it to the end, I'll come back and show you guys, and we'll troubleshoot it together. Other than that, I'm going to let this run, and I'll be right back. Well, there you have it. There you have it. It didn't blue screen. The CPU test was abysmal, but that's just because it was first gen Threadripper. Probably would have done better with these two graphics cards with a faster CPU, but, you know, it is what it is. And it's a shame that SLI is dead because, I mean, look at here. DX12, two 1080s. I mean, that's old tech, right? I mean, the 40 series was just announced. And, you know, I mean, we're still getting 90-something FPS with two 1080s and DX12. That's not a bad deal. That's not a bad deal. So we were at 1,200 and something. I don't exactly remember what it was. But now we're at 3508. Now we're at 3508. So we definitely made it worth our while here to run 3D Mark. Again, I'm not going to bother overclocking. It takes a lot of time for really not a whole lot of return. I'd rather just build these, run 3D Mark, and list them. But let's come over here. Let's get another PC Bay, a sticky note, and boom, listed. It's listed. So, yeah, 3508. Not a bad deal. Not a bad deal. Okay, here's our last one. This recording's getting long, so I'm going to try to cut out any unnecessary parts. So hopefully, you know, it's not just boring. But we've got this really nice fractal design, Define R5 black with a window, and we're going to build something nice in here. We're going to build something nice. So we've done an old school Intel, well, not old school, you know, 300 series, an 8700K. We did a first gen Threadripper. What do we want to do in here? Do we want to do something a little more modern? Do we want to do a modern CPU, or do we want to get rid of, you know, something else old? It doesn't really matter. Eventually, it's all going to get used, whether it's new or old tech. I'm going to use it. I'm going to sell it. And, you know, this just caught my eye. The MSI MEG X570 Ace. It's a super nice motherboard. I've got to have something that'll fit this, right? I'm going to put it in, and I'm just going to hope. I'm just going to hope that I've got something that fits this. We're about to find out. Let's go here to CPU processors. Oh, we do. Oh, we've got a 5800X. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to be doing the 5800X. I mean, the 3900X would be nice, too. 12 cores, 24 threads, 4600 megahertz. I mean, either one of those would be a winner. Either one of those would be a winner. Should I just close my eyes? Oh, this one's not even used. This thing's not even used. Hot dang. Hot dang. I want to use something used, though. So let's use the Ryzen 7 5800X, 8 cores, 16 threads. Still a beast. Still a beast of a CPU. Very nice. Okay, let's open up one RAM slot here. Because chances of me having, again, any matching RAM, you know, is pretty low. We've got a 4600 megahertz stick of RAM. I don't see where that would be necessary. We could use some of this Trident Z. I think I've got a fair amount of that matches 16 gig. We could do a gold and a silver. Look at that. We could do silver and gold. That'd be something. That would be something. We've got one oh, we could do... Oh, but those are matching. Okay. Will it let us do a silver and gold? It should. There's a gold one. And there's a silver one. Oh, I actually kind of like it. I kind of like it. I mean, this motherboard has a little bit of like a silver and gold. I mean, we've got some gold here and then some of the silver with the capacitors and, you know, yeah. That's not bad. That RAM looks funky. It looks like it's offset to the bottom or something. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm not going to worry about it, though. I am not going to worry about it. What do we want to cool this thing? I'm pretty sure this cage can come out and that we don't have to use that. And I think we can put a 360 across the top of here. We're about to find out. We are about to find out. I'm going to put some thermal paste on that CPU. Let's see what we got for CPU cooling. Really? Got nothing. Got nothing? So maybe a 240 or a 280. Let's see. I can't mount a 280 because it gets in the way of the RAM. So we're going with a 240. I guess. Where was that? Where was that? Oh, it was this Kraken. Okay. Okay. 240. 240 mounted. We're good. We're good. It's all good. I guess this case was just smaller than I thought it was. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Okay, so let's find some storage that fits. Let's see. Do we have any M.2s? We've got this team group. What is that? Cartier? Is that how you say that? Is that how you say that? It says it fits. Let's just use it. It's right here. There we go. 1 terabyte. Done. Now let's find a graphics card. I want something beefy. You know, something like a 3070? 3080? There's a 3090. That might be a little beefier than I was going for. There's a 3070 Founders. Another 3090. Why do I have so many 3090s? There's another 3070. Some 2070s. The 3080. That's really what I wanted. Let's do that. Let's do the 3080. Let's do the 3080. And then that kind of makes that silver sticker RAM make sense because this kind of has that same color scheme going on. I think this is coming together real nice. Real nice. Let's find a nice power supply. Let's find a nice power supply. Again, we could probably get away with a 750 watt, but if I see something I like better, maybe the Supernova 850 T2. Yeah. It's probably a little bit of overkill, but that's all right. That is all right. I think all that's left to do for this is to cable it up. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. What color cables? I don't think I have any gold cables or silver cables. Could go with white. There is some... Got some white going on in here. What would that look like? That kind of blends real nice. That kind of blends real nice. So, what do we need to put back on this case? Got this side panel. I'm hoping we don't have to put those top pieces back on, because some of these cases have those things, and they make you put them on for a completed case. But this one isn't, so we're good. We're all good. We're all good. Let me get the last USB drive in here. We'll get all those back in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and power this on. I do want to hop into the BIOS. There we go. See if we need this turned on. We do not, because it was already at 3200, which is perfect. We've only got the one drive. Is it going to be a clean install of the OS, or is this already got an operating system? I don't know. Did you see how quick that started up? Oh, man. Okay. Okay. Let's get the lighting app. Let's get 3D Mark. Let's let this reboot. Yeah, I want to do something with colors. I want to do something with colors. I mean, this doesn't do anything but turn white. So maybe we'll just make everything white. See how we feel about that. Well, I feel pretty good about that. I feel pretty good about that. Okay, so we're at 1288. Let's get 3D Mark running. And again, if this thing blue screens, crashes, does something silly, which I don't think it's going to do, but if it does, I'll come back and show you. And, you know, at the end of this, we'll see what this is worth. All right, so there you have it. 14,028. That's a decent score. 37.56 FPS on the CPU, and, well, you know, we got 96 and 83 on the two graphic scores. Now, we were at 1288, if I remember correctly. What are we at now? 3664. There we go. Always be sure to run your 3D marks if you're going to be selling stuff on the PC Bay. Oh, man. So let's take a quick look at this one. I think it turned out real nice. We're going to go back and look at all three of them before we end this episode. I think this one turned out pretty nice, though. Pretty dang nice. Let's grab a PC Bay sticker for this one. And boom. So yeah, this one's got the 5800X and a 3080. It's a pretty nice build. Then this one was the Threadripper and two 1080s. And this little dinky thing, which I can't turn around because it'll only let me pick it up because it's been listed on PC Base. We'll have to look at it from this side. You know, it had the 8700K and the GTX 970 Gamer. So all of these are listed on PC Bay. Let's go put all these in the closet and we can get around to ending this super long episode. I don't know how long it's going to be after I edit it, but we're at almost 50 minutes right now. So we'll have to see how long this turns out to be. And the last one here, we're going to go ahead and put that in the closet. So we're all done. Let's go over here and end the episode like we usually do on this computer screen. Again, if you haven't seen me do any of these episodes like this before, over the next, 5 episodes or so, we're going to take a look at PC Bay at the end of every episode and see what our auction is up to. And then, of course, when they sell, you know, you will see what they end up selling for. If you want to see more episodes like this, let me know down in the comments, because as you guys saw, I've got lots of inventory of used parts and stuff sitting around, and I'd be happy to make more of these fairly long episodes. They're pretty fun to make. So with that being said, if you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notified as soon as a video goes live. Also, liking and commenting helps me out with the YouTube algorithm, pushing this video out to more people. Also, if you want to help support the channel, there's a link to my Patreon down in the description. You can also become a channel member, or you can do a super thanks. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe out there, guys, and I will see you in the next episode.